Sup, we're back. Cheers. Let's get back into Secret Life of Human Pets by OMG Stories, or posted by OMG Stories. I don't know how this shit goes. I forgot about the lo-fi. Here we go. Let's get into it. Professionalism.
The day has arrived for web developer Kai to take a group of pups on their first public walk on the streets of London.
We've never done anything like this before, and for a lot of puppies, they don't take their pet plate out of their rooms. And so for an awful lot of them, this would be their first time going out in public. And so for that reason, it's a very big step for a lot of them to want to take.
How many pups are you expecting to turn up today's event?
Well, we're expecting about 20 pups and handlers to turn up. It'd be better if there's more. There have been up to 50 people who said maybe. And we'll all be there to make sure that the pups are looked after and to make sure everybody's kept safe.
Are you expecting trouble then?
You're never expecting trouble, but you've got to hope for the best and plan for the worst. Concerned as to where everybody is, considering loads of people said they were going to be here today, and they're not. Oh, Hello, it's Kai. I was just wondering where you were today. You're supposed to turn up for the pup walk.
More than 50 pups have signed up for the event on Kai's website. But with the arranged meeting time having come and gone...
Oh, you catch a cold, did you?
The turnout isn't quite what Kai had hoped for.
We have 2 pups, so it's not quite what was expected.
How are you feeling?
Shit. Well, for lots of people, pet play is a private pursuit, and as this here walk is out in public, they might have got cold feet at the last minute and decided not to turn up. The other 2 ready yet. We'll do the walk with the people that we have, and hopefully the pictures of the event will make more people want to come next time.
The 2 pups...
I highly doubt that there wasn't even an event set up, because if like a lot of people sign up for an event, people are going to show up because they spent that time like figuring out when they're going to be doing this thing, putting it in their schedule and all that. That's kind of how like furry meets are. You schedule this thing to go to, and you should probably go to it because you already scheduled it once in a while. Because I mean, I've gotten sick when I schedule like going out to furry meets and stuff, but I feel like that was probably just for the camera, to be honest. Sorry, not sorry. That's how I feel.
who have decided to brave the scrutiny of the great British public are Spot, the reigning Mr. Puppy UK, and a novice pup, Tim.
I'm ready to show the world not who I am, but what this is.
What do your friends and family think?
They don't know.
They don't know you're a pup?
No.
Just go out and be proud.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of how many.
Yeah, exactly.
That blue tag looks familiar. I'm pretty sure that was the dude that had like the mask that had it was like a hole here so you could see the face kind of, but it had ears. From that one big group meeting thing. It looks like they were in a hotel room or something. You got the 50-pound bottles here in the UK, I guess. Probably $100 over here in the US. Huh. Okay. But these 2, I think, are doing the walk thing, is what they said. We're going out in public for it. Really, it's none of your family's business what you're doing behind closed doors. So, it's not, it's not really like, oh, you're going out and, you know, your family doesn't know about it, so it's not like surprise your family doesn't know about it. My family knows about being a furry because how the fuck am I gonna hide it? This is, yeah, this is not hideable, not really, unless they never ever come into my room. And newsflash, if you've been here since my TikTok, and you've seen TikTok videos, our freezer is covered in magnets of things that are mine, and they're all furry shit. Or horror movie, or gaming, or, you know, drawings and stuff, so it wasn't something that I could just hide. Not that I would want to hide it. I just basically I didn't come out as a furry. I just said, I like this thing and it's very fun. We just put on a costume and not act like animals, but act like a character that is an animal. And they were like, well, literally, my mom's words was, okay, well, stay away from the freaks, but you can do what you want. And, I mean, Galaxy is Galaxy. And Winter and all my other personas, the billions of them that I have, it's just what they are. It's animal characters that have nothing to do with me. I just like drawing them because I like drawing animals, and mainly I like canines and dogs. So, ta-da! Winter and Galaxy and my other characters are born. That was so wrong. That was so wrong that they did that. Why? You know you're not. You know you're not. Like, okay, that was 100% not the choice of them doing that. 100%. I bet the people that made the video was like, really like get into the zone and do the dog thing on the walk here, and then they pulled that move. That was definitely not them doing that.
Something different, isn't it, I suppose? Don't normally see two blokes walking on all fours, do you?
They don't bite, I promise.
I thought they were doing it for some charity or a cause. If it is not, then...
I think it jollies things up no end. More the merrier.
What is actually going on?
Come on, puppies.
The reaction from the public, it's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They've been really sort of receptive of us, warm and welcoming.
I'll come back every time. This is me. This is who I am.
We're trying to bring people out more and get people to come out to more events and to do more things like this in public so that we can show everybody what pet play actually is about. People always get scared by the unknown. That's just human nature. But the only way you can get over that is by going out and doing it anyway.
Just like real dogs, human puppies rely on a handler to look after them.
What's a handler?
A handler is what we would term someone who likes to be in charge of pups.
You know, sit, play, fetch, that kind of thing.
Handlers get their own enjoyment out of it because they're caring for us as well.
The pup community was born out of this BDSM community.
Masters would treat their slaves like dogs as part of a humiliation technique.
Today, it's more about social aspects, about the headspace involved.
I remember that. Oh, it's a, hold on, wait a minute. Here it is. It was literally a thing. Yes, I'm 18 plus, obviously. So this is very furry-esque, but this is because it's based on something that happened in like practices of past war, where there is like a process where trace beginning of the stage of the scene to end of World War II in the United States, with dog slaves and SM clubs, spaces providing necessary elements. So, World War II documented something in 1991 where it was connected to the development of people in the queer subculture groups and the leather scene. So, back then, before these things existed in the 1990s, a long time ago, in like some of the wars or something, there was basically like a punishment. It's talking about like punishment being a key, basically giving people key roles of being a dog is as a punishment or misbehaving. That was a psychological breakdown or something of like people that got um uh you know imprisoned by someone from the enemy team. So they'd give these people the actual like role of being a dog based on humiliation and punishment, to break down their psychological mind and bring them to the brink of, you know, not being a person, to forget their training. It was kind of like a psychological warfare situation. I remember that being a thing back then. Nowadays it's just called, getting out of the human shell and being in a mind space of outside of a human, not worrying about work or school or whatever. But yeah. So, dog slave was submissive. Dominant. So, submissive, dominant, be obedient, well behaved. Yeah. So, it's different to the point of, obviously back then, it was for, psychological torture basically. But in today's time, it's just enjoying not thinking about being a real like a person standing on two legs and working. It's just escapism. But back then, it was an actual like tactic that they used for like people that were enslaved in the war, which is pretty interesting history tidbit. But yeah. Anyway, that's out of what I'm pulling from here. And then I remember hearing something about that when I was like researching history shit, and like I love like the medieval torture museum and things like that. I always look for like different things like that just because it's interesting to me to see like the difference in how that pertains to today's time. It's just interesting how like the human brain has slowly changed over time of what is appropriate punishments in different time frames. So, very interesting stuff. History is very interesting and cool. Sucks for the people that were a part of the history, but very interesting to learn and read about.
My puppy name is Bootbrush. I've been part of the puppy scene since before it was a puppy scene. A lot of my puppy play is focused around the fact that I have a handler who I love and adore.
Noodle. Oh, he's so cute. Look at the little noodle. Oh, so cute.
And will do anything for him. He and my partner and his partner, we're all very best friends and all go out to dinner together and do things together. But he's more than a friend as well. He's the person who has made me the dog that I am and helped me to become the dog that I am. I mean, God, there is very few pleasures in life that can be quite as good as good boy. And actually that shiver of excitement and pleasure at knowing that you've pleased somebody and you've done good.
So it sounds like a people pleaser paradise. based on what they think a nice relationship is for them. Interesting.
After separating from Rachel, Tom moved in with Colin, who became handler to his alter ego, Spot.
Well, the handler is essentially exactly the same as any with biological dogs. Look after it, care for it, making sure it's got food, water. Other people might not understand it, but then we don't understand other people's relationships, so it works for us.
Yeah.
Have some treats.
Oh.
Paul? Good boy.
Are you romantically involved?
Oh. It's primarily handler and pup.
Yeah, friend with benefits on the domestic side.
Rachel's
That crunch.
Tom's ex-fiance. Does it bother you that he's still so close with an ex-partner?
No, it doesn't bother me in the slightest because I know the history, I know everything that's going on.
I know that pup play did have a fairly strong say in us separating out and going different ways. Rachel thought that I'd swapped sides and was becoming gay and had no longer had feelings for her and no longer wanted to be around her. A real tiny bit of me does have a regret being a puppy, only because I lost what I had. But it's worked out and I'm happy, and I sound like I'm not happy at the minute, but I just know that I'm grateful for what I've got. Can I ask you a question?
No.
No, seriously.
I do that to my students all the time. Every time they're like, hey, I got a question, I'm like, no. I know that they really fucking get annoyed by me.
No.
Please. No, seriously.
No.
Please.
Not on camera.
No, just one, please.
Not on camera.
Are you jealous of Rachel?
I'm not really into it on camera.
Okay. I'd like to know the answer, though.
Not on camera.
All right, fine. Enough said.
Why'd they leave that in? That's weird to have that in there. Why would they leave that in? Although, smart on that, dude, because, you know, everyone else and stuff, that's more personal, on a personal level. Showing yourself and be like, hey, I'm into this thing, that's fine. But, like, actually getting into the deep relationship part of each person, that's a matter that you should deal with personally, not actually showing it, you know, on camera and stuff. So, good thing that that guy did step in. Something that's different also, because furries do have handlers too, but the difference between the two handlers I've noticed is that handler here is more like a spectator. They like watch, you know, I guess what's going on. They're the people that, you know, make sure everyone is being nice and that people have water. It's kind of like being a furry handler, but when you're a furry handler, you're carrying the furries' bags, or like helping people take pictures with them, ensuring that they have eaten and they have drank something. Because basically, you're just walking around as a big mascot for your character when you're going to like furry conventions and things like that. I had a handler maybe once or twice. It was really nice because I didn't have to carry my backpack. They carried it for me. They assisted with recording because I was recording for this YouTube channel actually. If I remember to myself, I put my last convention that I was at, I think it was like 2019 or something, like really, really a while ago. I'll put that video over there. You see it pop up like all the way over there? Yeah, it'll be there if I remember to put it in there. But Yeah, that's like the difference between like a furry and a human pup because it's what it says. It's a human pup. So you go life of human pups. So human pup or pupsona. These people are the handlers are kind of like a handler for a furry. Just a little bit different. It sounds like there's more of a relationship there, other than just someone that you is walking around with you and hanging out with you, assisting with you with going downstairs or talking with people, making sure people don't grab you or surprise you from behind. Because in a fursuit, if you didn't know, if you're not furry, you have a certain limit of visual. The little tear ducts here, the black tear ducts in the sides of the resin eyes here, those are the areas where I can actually see. There's a little black piece here that I cannot see anything because obviously these are not my eyes, so the muzzle is in the way. And then anything from like here back, I can't see anything. Can't see anything behind me. I don't really have, vision from here back. So, having a handler is easier to help me get around, keep me safe from other people and from myself. If I accidentally trip over something, they'll be able to help me with that. I'm assuming this is kind of like how this person is too. So, pretty interesting to hear the similarities and non-similarities of two different hobbies. Um, that human language kind of mixes together, with the handler word. So, kind of cool.
As Mr. Puppy UK, Tom will soon be travelling to Antwerp with Colin to compete for the crown of Mr. Puppy Europe. Today, he's come to Rachel's to pack up his gear.
My handler's coming out with me, so I got support from that side.
And you got support on the other end of the phone?
Well, I know I've got support on the other end of the phone. It's just I probably can't phone whilst I'm actually doing it. I can only probably phone afterwards and let you know either how badly or how well it went.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't win it. It doesn't matter if you do win it. I think you could win it. But no, I hope you have a brilliant time and really proud of you, of what you have achieved so far.
That's all right.
And I know you'll do really well.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
I know. That's all you know how to do as well.
Tom will be pitted against 5 other pups from across the continent.
There's a slalom obstacle course, and then after that there's the howl along. And then we do an interview section against a panel of judges. They're rather serious. It's rather serious for a lifestyle hobby.
See, there's your answer right there. It's a lifestyle hobby for this guy. So he stands up. He obviously knows he's not a full as real dog. Just like furries, they know that they're not actually dogs. He takes it a little bit further, eating the dog treats. But I have not seen him chew on any other dog treats this whole time. So maybe that was just the camera, just like how the one dude fake peed on the freaking sidewalk. So, and it seems like they still have a mutual care for each other, which is fine. But they didn't choose to get married and do the whole, children thing and all of that. I feel like it'd be a little bit harder, and it would give up something you really enjoy doing when you have children. Because obviously, when you have kids, you have to give up a whole part of your life and things that you do. You don't get to go out and party anymore. Hanging out with friends is a luxury. And when you're doing something like this, I don't know. It's kind of like something that I wouldn't want if I did have kids and I was into a different side of like furry stuff. Not this specifically. I had like things of furries that are like 18 plus. I would be hanging around my house because I have kids. If they walked in and saw it, that's a little rude to your children. obviously it's good to talk to children and let them know that there are things out there that are and are not morally correct in today's time. It's hard to figure out what to teach right and wrong. But in the end, as long as you are respectful of the people around you and are enjoying your life, not hurting anyone, I don't see a problem with it. So I'm glad that he seems happy and that these two seem to have some kind of relationship, even if it's not fiance or like wedded couples or children and all that. At least they can coexist in a nice relationship.
Do you wish he didn't do it?
No, because if he didn't do it, he wouldn't be happy. And I think him and happiness they need to go hand in hand. Otherwise, what's the point of doing anything if you can't be happy? If you can't express yourself in the way you feel you want to express yourself.
It's a nerve-wracking experience going over to Europe for the first time in a long while and representing the UK at the same time, so there's no pressure really, honest.
Would you like Tom back romantically?
I wouldn't say no. He's my soulmate in that sense. He's my first ever person I fell in love with, and I don't think that would ever change. But he's happy with how he is and what he's got.
I do feel bad for her. It sounds like she really does wish that they were a little bit more, but the whole point of like human living is to reach happiness. That's the whole point of humanistic living, is to survive and reach the humanistic happiness point of being comfortable and happy in the lifestyle you're choosing. Also, I kind of freaked out when he stepped into the right side of the car. I'm like, what are you doing? Because I'm from America. So our driver's side is on the left. But yeah. I hope, whatever they do, if they're still, this was only a few years ago this was posted. Hopefully whatever is going on now, these guys are still in a zone that they could be happy with.
But yeah, I would never say never. It would be a nice thing to have him back, but time will tell. Only Tom can decide that one.
So it sounds like she's kind of like waiting for him. Maybe he'll come around and decide to change. Personally, I wouldn't wait around, but at the same time, if you're comfortable with living with a roommate or friends with benefits or whatever, totally up to you how you live. Okay, so I guess we're gonna learn a little bit more about the Rottweiler guy. I'm pretty sure he's the one that said that he was a Rottweiler. We're a little bit more than halfway through, so let's continue.
I think my wife sometimes wonders what I get out of puppy play. Life is getting more hectic nowadays.
So this guy is actually married.
So much pressure on work and life. Some people drink. There's drugs. I mean, I would never do those things. You've got to be civilised in our society. You have to being within the boundaries of humans. When you're in puppy mode, all that goes away. Chip takes over completely. I become non-verbal. I become more animalistic, more growly. We don't care about money, we don't care about what job you've got, we don't care about who's got the bigger car. You're my friend. Let's play.
Okay, I mean, that's literally, it's weird how close connected it's like to furry is just your escapism into a different character and just, running around, being a stupid dog. Like, that's literally the point of being a furry, is just running around, being the stupid character, and, just being this thing. Look at this thing. Look at how gross you are. I'm kidding. I love you, Galaxy. But just enjoying doing something and, having your life to you is the best feeling I think anyone can ever have. And I'm glad that these people have found what makes them enjoy their life. Be it all the time, just a part of it, or, a weekend thing. And just like that other dude said, you could be doing drugs, you could be getting high and drinking all the time. Like, this is a better escapism than sitting out stone cold, laying on the ground, dying because you overdosed. So I feel like these people should be proud of finding something that they can use to feel better in their life. And really, I don't see a problem with it. I mean, everyone else, it's a moral thing. Everyone else is just like, what are you doing? Why are you being weird? Who cares? Who cares? The only people that think it matters what these people do are the people that say like the scripture is what we should be following for the guidelines of the world in earth. And it's like, oh my god, if free will wasn't existent, why are we, you know, if free will wasn't existent, we'd be doing exactly what everyone else wants us to do right now. Someone says this is the right thing, then you follow that thing. That's it. So, what says out there that you can't do things that do not hurt anyone else? If you think about laws in most places, 98% of all of our laws are based on things that can hurt someone else. Murder, assault, theft. You could still hurt someone monetarily through theft. Um, you know, burglary. That is still a possibility that you could have hurt someone financially or physically. Motor vehicle accidents. They also are a part of the law because you could have hurt someone. So, we have free will to do these things, and then people judge everyone else for doing these things when it's not hurting anyone physically or monetarily or any other way that's against the law. How does that make any sense for people to get mad about that? So, that's the only argument that I could think of based on, reacting and seeing things like this. It's how much longer do we have to go with, assuming we need to fit into some kind of mold that people have set out for us, for the human society? Who says what is exactly right or wrong? Not really anyone. The only thing I could think of is laws. As long as you don't hurt anyone, who gives a fuck? Enjoy yourself and enjoy your life for it. Let's continue.
Tom and his handler Colin are on their way to Mr. Puppy Europe.
The medal I got from winning Mr. Puppy UK. They're handmade, unique, and one of a kind. I think it's going to be exciting. I don't quite know what to expect.
It's the first time Tom has been abroad in 12 years. And his championship waistcoat has already caught the attention of the locals.
What, Mr. Puppy UK? Mr. Puppy UK? Fetish, kink, quirky, acting like a dog. And I won.
I don't know if those are the exact words I would have chosen for a random person that asked. Like, I've had regular people ask me, what is this? Why are you wearing this? And all I do is, it's costuming. I do stuff on the internet for fun. I love acting, and this is my character. I made this character when I was a teenager. Ta-da! That's all I tell them. So, people don't be like, oh, so you get on all fours and act like a dog and bark with the dog mask on your face. No, no, I don't. Usually I'm actually either talking to a camera or voice acting. You know, that's the things that I do. So I don't know if I would have specifically said it like this guy did. Obviously, it's based off of a border, it's based off of a platform, not a border, a platform of someone who enjoyed the idea of the dog humiliation from back then. Then different communities picked it up, as we saw in the history. The leather community, like bikers and stuff like that, they wear all the leather and things like that. And some guys like that thing, so they got into leather. And then there was that the spot guy. He has the latex whole bodysuit thing, or he said rubber, not latex. I know latex is a different material. So it came from that platform up to what it is now, which is just you don't have to make it a fetish or sexual or anything. It could just be a character with a mask. And you know, based on what I saw, a lot of the stuff isn't super constricting. Some of it's really open, some of it's not. Depends on your preference, I guess. And it looks like the face part is a little more breathable or like thinner material. Maybe some people need that if they want to do the thing that they want to do for whatever hobby they're a part of. That's based off of what I'm learning off of this documentary and the stuff that we have looked up already.
Yes. That's it. Don't go from the top. Work it up, remember. Come back. Whoa. I'm very nervous now. Today is going to be basically all or nothing. We either succeed and come out top dog. No, don't put your fingers down the side.
I just realized that his vest said 2015. I started being a furry in 20... this is 2018. This is when I turned 21. MFF 2017. Yeah, Galaxy the Wolfer. So Galaxy was yep, that's 2019. So 2017 was my first furry convention, I'm pretty sure. I got my badges hanging over there. All my old badges. God. So you're not going to be able to really see them, but I got my old badges over here. One of my first badges of winter. I got a under 21 badge that says 2017 Galaxy, and then I got that was old bowling thing too. What else is over here? Got Galaxy 2019, 2018. Was a sponsor. 2017, yeah. So 2017 was actually my first furry convention. Based on my badges over there. So this was 2 years before I found the furry community. 2 years before I found the furry community, this guy had won that thing. So I don't think we got his age. I don't know how old he is. He looks on the older side. I just wonder what the age range is, because I know furries, we have a huge different age range than most people. I'm assuming it's 18 and up. Trying to think. I mean, we have under 18 for furries, just because it's an animal thing. We talked about the Therians and how Therians are a lot of just kids and teenagers, and they're just into animal things, or they feel like they have some kind of animal soul. And I've figured out the spirit animal thing. I felt that way before too, so it's not weird or anything. It's a kid thing, teenager thing, and I wonder what the difference is based on teenagers that love animals and they just play they play house or play zoo or, you know, but it's like the playing imagination. That's what people are doing when they're doing things like this. Is it's pretend. You're playing pretend. You played pretend since you were a kid. It's fine. Chill. So I wonder if there's a certain age range for this thing. I'm assuming it's probably 18 and up because of how really close to the edge it is to a sexual fetish part. Obviously, there is under sexual fetish. You don't have to have sex in a fursuit. Some people do. You don't have to have sex in cosplay or anything else. Some people do. So I wonder if it's 18 and over or not. I'm assuming most events are. This event that this guy's going to, I 100% bet it's 18 plus. Just to have that certainty of like safe consent. So just like how furry conventions, if you're not a furry, you won't know this, but people that know furry conventions have 18 plus panels and meets for people that are over 18 that want to talk to adults. They don't want to interact with children. So they'll go to these 18 plus panels to have a little bit of fun. Maybe it's like a comedy panel that's 18 plus, that they swear and make sex jokes and shit. I'm wondering if there's anything like that for the pup community. So these human pups, I don't know if they have a younger community. I know I've seen some, because I'm on TikTok, obviously, I've seen some of these masks before and some of the pups. I wonder if the pup community is really only under 18 when you're in like social media. It seems like that's probably what it is. But yeah, I'm assuming if they had something like that, it would be very hard to just make sure like everyone's IDs are 18 plus and all of that. It's probably an 18 plus situation. Just based on that platform of like fetish, asexual art, acting, escapism. So there's this and there's this. So that's probably where that age range is. So all in all, I don't think these, like, I was just wondering in my mind, like, is this unsafe because of possible, underage people getting exposed to it too early on? And I don't think so, just based on like, in a space like this, there's not going to be anyone under 18. And 18 is a consenting adult. In another country, it may be different, because I know that in different countries, people can drink at a certain age, and smoke at a certain age younger than America. I think UK, actually, you could drink at like 16 or something. But in America, you have to be 21. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting to think of like the laws and the morals and everything behind everything like that. I don't know. If you want to learn more about that yourself, obviously you could do your own research. Let's go ahead, continue, and see what else our friend Spot here is going to get into today.
No, don't put your fingers down the side. Or go home with tail between the legs. It's also, I'm out here representing the UK team on all the pups back at the UK. No, not from the legs, buttocks. I'd be disappointed if I didn't win. It's a long way to come and a lot of stress to go through just to go, oh.
Awesome. You got room key?
Yep.
Okay, back. do you get out of puppy play?
For a lot of people, their persona as a pup can sometimes be different to their persona as a person.
I have social anxiety. So for me, it's a way of breaking free of that social anxiety and interacting with people in a way where I feel naturally comfortable.
It's not like you are having to worry about what to say and how to make small talk with people.
Puppy play relies on a far more primal language.
Really, it's just about woof, growl, whimper, bark.
Following on from the positive public reaction to Kai's first puppy walk, today the 28-year-old is taking 2 pups to the park for some much-needed obedience training.
Whoever brings it gets the chocolate.
What's happening today, Kai?
Well, as part of being a handler, one of the things you have to do is make sure that your puppies are trained and well behaved. So we'll come down to the local park to teach the puppies some tricks, make sure they can know how to play fetch, how to run properly, play well with others.
Why did you want to become a handler?
Because it's fun looking after puppies. Look how cute they are. And you get to watch all the puppies running around, and you get to look after them, and you get to make sure they're happy. And what more can you want? Right, ready? You're going to walk one step behind me, yeah?
I swear it's like another people-pleasing thing. People that like to be handlers, they like to feel like they have, you know, a role in whatever lifestyle they're using. So I guess that's why this guy likes doing the handler thing. Because the part of your role is to make sure the people in the puppy persona or the pup persona position is happy and, you know, not hurt, not dehydrated, things like that. So it's pretty interesting.
Just go and take them for a short walk, see if they know how to stay where they're supposed to, or if they're just going to be naughty.
It looks quite tiring.
Oh no, it's not tiring at all for me. Sit. I think we need to give this one a rest, yeah?
Why do you do puppy play?
It's fitting of my character. I quite.
He's a physics student and he's 21. Okay, I just noticed that they were putting the ages over there on the side. Damn. I think I remember seeing that, but the other person was like kind of in their 20s too. So it's still kind of on the younger side of things. Still on the younger side of things, because in the furry community we have people called gray muzzles. I'm reaching to that point because I'm 28 this year. But it's usually like people that do things like this, it's usually younger people that have a stressful life. This person's a physics student, they have to worry about being in school, doing the schoolwork, getting everything in on time, and just breaking away for an escapism like this sounds like, I mean, it sounds like they get it. They know what they need to survive in this hard working era of being a human. So that makes a little more sense now as I am taking in information. So it's kind of like the same thing with me, because I became a furry when I was in school. I was in college, had so much work to do, I was so tired all the time, and I just like to shut off my brain, throw on a song on TikTok, and lip sync to that as Galaxy. You know, just enjoy myself. And I've done videos of me reacting to my my persona videos as well. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. We only have like 10-ish minutes left. So I'll let this person finish speaking, and then we'll probably go into the last episode of The Secret Life of Human Pups documentary from OMG Stories. So let's keep going.
I like being silly. This just gives a sort of way to do it. That's interesting to me.
Are you house trained?
Moderately. It's no fun being all good.
That was such a loaded question. Like, was he asking him if he pissed outside before? He's a dude. Of course he has. People that are on the side of the fucking, like, highway that aren't into this have pissed outside of their fucking trucks and cars. Like, what kind of question is that?
Hello, puppy.
Pups are all tired out from too much running around, so it's time to put them back to bed and just put them in their baskets.
With 2 exhausted pups on his hands, it's been a successful training session.
You've been good boys today, haven't you?
But Kai is not the only human puppy handler on the scene.
Okay, we will come back to this episode and the next one. It looks like we're gonna be talking with a new person that has a different insight on this secret life of human pups. So we've learned quite a bit of things here. Pretty cool. People's age range is kind of younger, on the younger side, younger 20s side with the community here. Unlike furries, we kind of go between the ages of like 13 up to 50 years old. I think I've met a few furries that are in their 50s. It's just they've been here for years. They're probably some of the first furries to actually exist. And they just never grew out of like the interest of art and animals and things like that. Personally, I love animals. I've always loved animals since I was a kid. I have drawn wolves. My drawings have gotten better over time, and I'm probably not gonna leave the fur community. Sorry, not sorry. It's just too much fucking fun. I get to just throw on a mask and pretend to be a character. I've always wanted to be an actor. I really enjoy acting, and a little bit of my YouTube is kind of acting. If I'm like playing a character in a game, like doing voice lines. I think I did that with one of the games that we played recently. I think it's the ADHD game where I was like, oh my god, this is stressing me out. And I was just like, being into that persona of this character. And I really enjoyed doing that. So, I love being a furry. I love escapism. It's just my thing. May not be other people's things, but, teach their own. Alright, so with that, I will say boop the like and subscribe button if you want to see more. Stay frosty frostpack, and we'll see you in the next episode shortly. Bye! And have an amazing day.